Hello everyone. I've had a lot of comments come in and people have been asking me about my work and how that they have been told that if they work hard that they will get somewhere. But I want to tell you my experience. I worked there for 35 years at Lockheed Martin, and they ran over me. I was ridiculed every day. I had a manager by the name of Lynette and Travis that were in a close relationship, and they caused me misery. Their buddies in transportation got to sleep all day long, and their jobs were put on me, and I was forced to do the work of 5 people. Why was I forced to do the work of 5 people? I had a wife that was dying of cancer, that had to have insurance. Back then, if you were put out of a job and you got a job somewhere else, there was a thing that was called a precondition. So when you went to get insurance, you could not get insurance because, like with me, my wife had non-Hodgkin's cancer. She had it for 26 years. She had 3 brain tumors. My wife was dying. Aetna Insurance came to the plant and offered the managers at Lockheed Martin. I'm an eyewitness. I heard them in the conference room talking about getting rid of me and kicking me out the door, that they were even willing to give money to the managers at Lockheed Martin to terminate my employment. I worked through misery. There were 4 individuals in transportation that slept daily in the office. They had several Mexican men, 2 different Mexican men that were the supervisors, so-called, over it. And they covered for their buddies, but they put the work on me. And Travis, the manager, he took them out to Saltgrass, and they drank pitchers of beer. They ate steaks and shrimp at the corporation expense from Travis's account. And they were gone for like anywhere from 2 to 3 hours for a lunch break, and I was radio dispatched and had to do their jobs, and if I didn't, they took me down to HR. All the management lined up in HR in the so-called Union 848. They came in and they sat there, and the management said how bad I was. I wasn't doing my job, and I asked the HR man, I said, can I go to my scooter for a second? He said, yeah, go ahead. I went out there and brought these big old thick books of work orders that I had finished, that they had put on me in all these different departments of their good buddies, when I was supposed to only do one department. People, if you get a job and you think you can work hard and you'll get ahead, that's over with. My parents are dead. The 1950s, 1960s are over with. The managers and the people nowadays at corporations, they want to see one thing. You know what they said to me? The one thing they wanted to see was my hiney-ho and my elbows. They wanted to see me bent over and working my rear end off from the time I got there to the time I got off. Did you know that God saw every bit of that? And I will be there at judgment, and we will all get together. People, I'm going to let God get my revenge. Jesus said himself, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will recompense. And again he says, revenge is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. This is what I went through. 35 years of sheer hell, from managers that were involved in fornication and adultery. They would hire women in that were married. They would force them to have sex with them. And then they would suddenly promote them to managers. I've got names. Safety was real bad with that. To the point that one woman had a baby by the head of safety. And she was crying one day, and I come up, and he told her, he said, she said, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have your baby. He said, don't tell your husband that it's my baby. Just tell him you're going to have a baby, and he'll be happy. And she did it. She came back and told him it worked. It worked. I was there when she did it. I can name names. And you know what? What hurts me the most is that man believes to this very day that that baby girl is his daughter when she is actually a bastard from the head manager in safety. People, I went through sheer misery. You don't know what I went through. My wife had cancer. I had to work. They wanted to get rid of me, but if I went somewhere else, if I quit and went somewhere else, we couldn't get insurance anywhere, and I'm Caucasian. I'm not black. I'm not brown. I'm not minority. So I couldn't go to Parkland Hospital in Dallas. They don't like Caucasians. They like blacks and Mexicans because of the Democrat law that was instituted after they murdered John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And they brought in forced busing in 1964, and they turned everything against the true Americans. Hit the like button, subscribe, and Grandpa. I'm just telling you like it is. If you think you're going to get a job and work your rear end off and get somewhere, I feel sorry for you, friend. Take it from somebody that's been there and done that. It don't work. I thank God every day that I'm retired and I am out of that ungodly place. I could tell you about people that were so filthy and ungodly. You wouldn't believe the stuff. They told me to quit bringing my Bible to work. The Muslims could bring their Koran, but I wasn't allowed to bring my Bible. This is what I went through. 35 years. Working hard will never help you. I've been there and done that, and I've got the t-shirts to prove it, friends. Hit the like button, subscribe, and Grandpa here. See you on the next video. Help my channel to grow, would you? Help my channel to grow. I'm trying to get monetized so that I can buy a homestead in the country and live off grid and get out of this horrible 2-room apartment that they keep going up and up and up on my rent. Help me out. See you on the next video.